Hello boys, my name is Yoshi and welcome back to my playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch with the Japanese voices and navels. And in the last video, we just discovered something extremely mind-boggling. There's actually a whole water section of this game we never knew about, so if you were wondering why we weren't able to do a lot of stuff and do some extra steps, well, yeah, that's because this game apparently has a ship mechanic. So yeah, we actually get to go on a ship. I honestly don't remember if I've had a ship like this. Anyways, it's controlled by using ZR and a bunch of other stuff. We could actually just look at that, though, in tutorials and tips, so I'll just go to field. That should be useful. Actually, we need to go to all. Anyway. Ah, here it is. Piloting boundary. So, you can reverse with B, turn with L. And yeah, so that's how you turn. So, yeah, it's basically a water thing, which is really fun. That means we actually have a whole lot more to explore than I thought. And there's also some monsters in here we can fight with as well. I mean, if we wanted to, we could technically just swim all the way through as well. The problem is, I don't know how many monsters we can actually fight. If you're wondering how to do the fighting, though, I have sort of a good idea. But yes, anyways, yeah, we're in the air sea now. Yeah, who knew there was a whole sea to explore? If you're wondering how we're going to even fight stuff, well, we can't actually fight anything necessarily right now. Well, it's kind of a fake. Like, see, the way we fight stuff in here is we basically have to get near the thing and then hold A to disembark. So that meant in order to actually fight stuff, we'd have to go into its place on the spot first. And then... Don't need to worry about me, he says. A lucky monster, huh? No reason not to take this out. I'm not sure if we have a main topple by default. Which basically means the only way to get one is through this. Oh my goodness, are you gonna... There we go. Nice combo. There we go. Nice. Alright. We are probably going to be doing the storyline for a little bit, but there are a lot more monsters to fight now that we're on the sea, and there's also more question marks to find as well at the same point. Alright. Sure enough, there's a random camp in the middle of this random island here, huh? There's nobody here. Puzzles. This is definitely the rendezvous point. You guys take a load off. Jensen and I will look around. Sure thing. Alright. It's quite fun having to be able to actually sort of see. It's good, just I think I'll agree with you.
海鮮自体が少ないからな。他の地域のように荒れることもないんだろう。
なるほどね。
海鮮の死亡原因の多くは蒸気する鉄巨神の
It's usually due to their piranhas sinking. They drown.
ブレードで命を吸うのは
Starts to draw their life with a blade.
今にして思えば少なくて当たり前か。
皮肉だね。こんなに綺麗なわけがそれなんて。
Outside still looks so pristine.
あと半分の理由。
どうしたの急に。
今ここにいる理由さ。
Why I'm here, yes.
あと半分あるって。
うん。
君だ、ミオ。
It's you, Mia.
私？
君は何かを残したがっている。僕たちの中に、この世界に。違うかい？それが何であるのかは想像するしかないし、その想像は間違っているのかもしれない。でも、これだけは言える。君の命は残り一月と少し。変えようのない事実だ。何かを残すにはあまりに短い。もし、その時を伸ばせるのだとしたら、
Anything I could do to give you
君に時間を渡せるとしたら、
If it were in my power, I would.
僕だけじゃない。
Not just me,
セナも、
Cena
ノ
too,
アも、
and
みんなそう思って
we all think that way.
ミオ。
Yeah.
泣けること言わないでよ。
Making me tear up, man.
ごめん、泣かせるつもりでは。
Those are my
でもあ
attention.
りがとう。
Thank you.
ナミさんの影響？
Who's doing?
ユーニにも優しかったでしょ？
You were being nice to
そういう
Uni
と
and
ころ。
stuff like that.
どうかな、考えてみたこともなかった。
I never even thought about it.
サフロージュ見つけたらお礼
Let's
言わ
give
ないとね。
thanks if we ever see you out of
サ
those.
フロー
Yeah.
ジュ。
Sophronia.
そいつは明暗だな。
Interesting, I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen that well before. Alright. Good, everyone's here. Is this the person that made it out of the prison camp then? Yazami. Right, sorry to rush you, but can you tell us about the camp? I can, let's see now. Inside the camp, every prisoner is trapped using identification devices. You need those devices to move around the grounds. If you go anywhere you're not supposed to, they'll trip the alarm and guards will come running. So you can't go anywhere without them, but they stop you escaping? Crafty so-and-sos. So how did you manage to escape? I'll be honest, most of it was sheer luck. I was working by the western gate when I happened to notice there were fewer guards than normal. I asked my mates to help, and we got out alone. Lawrence, it would have been feasible for us to infiltrate by the same route you used to leave. I imagine it wouldn't, no. In that case, why not drop the sneaky stuff and just get caught on purpose? It's a decent idea. But if the guards find out you're Ouroboros, they could just execute you on the spot. So you can get information out of Gondor on the inside. You should probably avoid revealing to the Agnians that you're Ouroboros. Right, so we're saying stealth's the only way to get everyone out safely, Gondor included. Since you mentioned Gondor, We used to gather in the central cell block for morning assembly, so it should be easy to make content, provided you can get in. Good info, thanks. I suppose we'll need more data points on the prison if we're gonna figure out a way in infiltrating it. I figured you might say that, so I got busy while I waited here, serving agony and troops. So you might have more luck getting more information for them, seeing as I only saw one part of the prison. You see that island to the northwest? That's Corn Island. I saw Igni and Transport Balnia heading this way. It's most likely a led us for a castle, so if you can access our turtle survey, you might be able to learn a thing or two. And then there's Turbine Island to the northeast. It has Airfield relay base on it, a permanent garrison and all, so you won't have trouble finding information there. It sounds like we'll have to accept a certain level of risk since there's no other way. We just want the info, right? We could slip in and out without getting caught, quick as you like. Yeah, I would like that, but how likely does that sound? More data on the prison is important, sure, but won't mean much if we don't figure out how to circumvent the IT devices. Here, you can use this. This is the device they put on me. And these. These are the ones from my friends who died at the camp. Hey, enough for all of you and then some. Thanks, we appreciate it. Jansen? About those ID devices. Mind letting me have a crack? I think I can pull the warning systems out of them. Since you need a few, I'd like to borrow Nisik. Stood, thank you. So with the devices in Karatel's hands, we'll see what we can do on Corn and Turbine Island. Alright. Alright.
そうきたか。ありがたくいただくぜ。
So you could technically swim without the water thing, but then it would be really hard to get through without reaching encounters. That would be bad for you, because some of these are higher level. Keep in mind, you're not expected to fight those until much later on. But we'll probably kind of stick to that idea for now. Let's see if we got any gems. Items we just recently got. Eventually, we will probably just work on raising the gem rank of all these up to 10 before we do anything else. Oh, fresh Everbook. That's interesting. I actually remember where to get that. We could probably get that really easily by just farming weaker enemies if we need to. So anyways, we now have all sorts of different stuff to do and a big ship now to... We never had this before. If you're wondering how we're supposed to fight enemies on here, well, it's actually simpler than you think. You basically get near the enemy, purposely disembark in the water, and you can fight just like anything else. These are actually around our level range, so we're gonna try fighting at least one of them. Maybe not necessarily all of them at once, but maybe one of them. We've never actually fight this kind of enemy before, so we'll figure out how strong it is. New battle theme as well. Nice. I'll have my smash, otherwise I would use it. Interesting. Alright. Dio got defeated very quickly, but that makes sense. She's still a DPS class. As Latch has their help and the rest of us. There we go. Nice smash there. Okay, we got a couple of sharp dialogue tails that might help out for later. Got some decent Xeraton as well, but as far as we're aware though, nothing will attack us while we're on the ship, so for now, we are probably just gonna focus on the main storyline of Jetta's. Of course, now that we have all sorts of this different stuff, there are now whole sorts of different question marks that open up. But now, though, I think just sticking with the normal ones that you know and love are probably the safest bets. Huh, interesting. I was wondering whether there might be some hulks around here, and sure enough, there's already found one. Now, because this is an option, there's gonna be a lot more stuff to explore than basically every other area. And also, it's kind of been already notified that since this is, these look like those Ignis things from before, the Ignis, but now they're look more like a water type. Well, because they're in the water, get it? Anyway. Also, this does extra damage if we're fighting machines. That can actually be very useful. That should come in handy in the next boss, I imagine. Anyways, we have to kill all these monsters near this area. This Shinox is getting stuck. It's like a whale. Whoa, that was super quick. Did we just instantly kill it? I think we might have. That was ridiculous. This thing didn't even last more than like a minute. I think there's a one-shot ability going on here that is one-shotting these guys. Because we were able to just kill those Shinnocks really quickly. But annoyingly enough, we don't actually need them for the Hulk, unfortunately enough. But we're killing them anyways because we don't, This is silly because they look like they should have more health, but we must have a one-hit KO move because they just instantly die. Unless there's like a death lane somewhere. Yeah, it must have been an ability that somebody uses that has a chance to instantly kill like aquatic type monsters like that. Well, now we have this big Igna on top of this. I'm just gonna call them Igna even though they are completely different raid. Just because it looks like the Ignas from other areas, although they are completely different. Okay, here we go. Nice smash. Okay, this one isn't getting glitched nearly as easy. Assumingly there was a one-hit KO move that we were using before, but now this one is not vulnerable to it, I guess, so that's why it's not working. Don't mind me while I'm trying to get these arts up. There we go. Nice. Nice rank up, and we got the rarest form of items. Probably because we took out the elites. Jeez, Lance, you're getting destroyed. Just because a monster's lower level doesn't mean that it still can't destroy us. Because of all that damage Lance had to activate his Ouroboros at level 1. Try and save himself. I imagine these things must have had some kind of AoE that I didn't know about that was destroying him. Anyway. Obviously, I know we did a lot of the main storyline, but now that we suddenly unlocked this whole massive world to explore, I can't help but try to explore all of it now. At least the stuff that's important, that is close by. Like, it's only now that we discovered that. There we go. Lots of elites here. Yo, I just realized something. Whenever they do that one attack, sounds like one of the characters calls out to Doran as if he's still alive. Well, actually he is still alive. We know he might be Mobius now, but like, in a way he's still technically alive. Anyway, another lead down. I imagine we'll find more monsters like this by going through stuff. Oh, by the way, there's kind of a limit to where our ship can go. It can't really do well in tight spaces, so we will still have to do that part normally. Nice smash. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff that just happened there. Let's do a quick chain. We're just doing this to get the rest of this guy's HP down. Cool. Got a quick complete on that. Hopefully this does it. Not quite. Alright, let's lower his defense next. By doing this, actually. Who knows? Doesn't really matter which art we're doing, because we're going to just end him down anyway. I forgot to put the debuff on. Let's do that now. Let's do this on purpose. So it doesn't go up to 300, but we still get the 300% XP boost. And then we'll end the chain, because anything after 300% is kind of lame. That still gave us some good class points, even with that reduced stuns, and it ended the battle a lot quicker, so that's cool. I imagine once we start doing our farming trick, that Thursday chain is probably what we're going to use the most. Also, I just realized I think that does actually count for class points as well. The game mentions it's only experience, but keep in mind there are other multipliers in play that likely allow you to still get class points. We're still not going to high focus on that though, because like whenever we get to endgame, we could just set our level to whatever we want, so we could just find an area that has lots of monsters, set our level to around that, and just get more class points that way. Alright, oh yeah, now we have to activate the cylinder. Speaking of which, we finally get to activate some ether stuff again. Alright. We've literally been skipping ether stuff so much because, well, the ether channels haven't really been needed. We've just been doing all sorts of other stuff instead. He's gonna cry a lot, right? Yeah, about 25. Fair amount. Now we can start getting ether again. Anyway, this Piranha Hulk is now rebooted. Exactly. We'll try and go for some of the other side areas now, but not before maybe doing one of the side quests. Anyways, we get another Piranha Hulk, and with it, another... What is this? Customers? Come, put kettle on. We ain't exactly customers. Shill told us to come here. That cell, it's just like Jum being being daydreaming and not paying attention. Here is Stone for friends. That's his name. I promise you, he should go get tea with Wakala instead of us, huh? Anyway. I'll just, I trust you, that guy is better than his name suggests, I will say. Anyway, oh, we got more of those Vambraces. Eventually, we're probably gonna want lots of those for, like, whenever we take out the final boss, if it ends up being higher level. Heck, it might be question mark in level. And of course, those will be useful for when fighting the super bosses. We're gonna have practically want to have one on all the defenders for more aggro, and one on each of the attackers for more damage. I guess this is one of the question mark events that were here. Nice. We got all sorts of different stuff now. Oh, we actually got some of those hero Vambraces in there. In fact, we got tons of items overall. Ah. Can't do that while moving apparently. There we go. Whatever, we'll disembark and get this item manually. seems like we already got it. Wow, now the moment we did something different, there's more tougher monsters here again. I wanted to do B, not A for this part. Okay, it does that. There's okay, good. There doesn't seem to be a damage mechanic. That no pun made me believe this was a damage mechanic, but no, it's not really that bad. This one's so touchy. I'm used to having A be your control button, so that means it gets really awkward when I have to leave. Oh, the student bird is starting to get in the way. Alright, there we go. Oh, finally back outside. There were a couple of new enemies we saw. Let's get outside and farm those. Oh wait, those are the shucks. Never mind, we fought those already. I could have sworn we saw some lower levels. They might be more around this area. Let's go back near there first, I guess. Oh, it's more of those flying dudes too. Dude, there's so much area to explore that it's hard to figure out where you should even go next. Now, we do have some good news. This basically makes us immortal while we are on this ship, so we don't actually have to worry about any encounters here, which is convenient. Honestly, I think with the acceleration, I should just do this in whatever happens to be faster, so we'll just kind of go to the areas as they become available and as we get close to them. And now we're on Corn Island, so now we can disembark. Before we do, I want to face this one enemy here and some other lucky monsters along the way. Oh, this looks like the extra. This is actually around our level. Nice days. So if you don't want them to go a specific route, you can change between doing the days route or the smash route. If you don't choose, they'll just randomly pick between topple or smash based off of what's available. Let's get a chain in there, why not? Keep in mind, this is a quick chain. In case you're wondering, yes, I think I've mentioned this before, this game has a mechanic where you can do chains really quickly in this. Instead of going for the entire art or doing all this stuff, we can just complete this art normally. Once we get that done, this should hopefully just finish him. As well as give us Blade Assault. Anyway. But yeah. Oh! Never mind. That was lesser than I thought. Okay. I know a way around this. Let's just use this one. Awkward. Not at 300%. I call shenanigans there. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna end it. That does appear to give us more class points, so we should probably start doing that. The reason why I don't do above 300% is simply because it's way less benefit than what you get from actually doing the full chain. And it just takes really long. It's more of a specific thing that you might do exclusively for Aniques. We did it before in the playthrough just to make sure we punish them, but otherwise we kind of just do it to get the 3 times experience boost, and that's about it. There's lots of lucky monsters around here, I noticed, so let's just kill all of them. We will pull in some extra patrols, but I don't think we've defeated enough of these anyway, so yeah, we'll be fine. I like how we did a lot of this storyline to explore the theme, and now the first thing we do when we find this new cool ship is like, oh, we're gonna do some exploring because, well, it's not a Xenoblade game without doing some exploring, as they say. And so far it's been really good. I also probably need materials for crafting anyway, so I think it makes sense to just kill them now. I won't be focusing on specific objectives first though, so we'll kind of just do stuff based off of what's closer. This island happens to be the closest, so we're doing it first. I'm trying to collect as many collectibles as we can as well. And while we're on the way, we basically just try to defeat some enemies. Ooh. Oh, there's a monster in the way. Well, you're a lucky monster, so may as well kill you for the drops. Oh, I also just realized we can get our chain built up a little bit faster. If we get consistent smashes all around, that will help us out a lot. Seems like Monica didn't have her smash yet, so I used that instead. Nice burst. Hello. Currently, only our extra effective burst. Doing a lot more chains all of a sudden. Okay, cool. That didn't take very long to get a 3 times. Sometimes you only have to do like a little bit to get stuff. Keep in mind, this was elite, so that's another reason why we're doing it. Okay, well, this is actually starting to get more worth it than I thought, so getting a multiplier, maybe it didn't initially apply, but apparently you do get 3 times the class points with doing that, so now the main reason we did that was just specifically for class point farming. Anyways, we have a new enemy type that we haven't seen yet nearby, so we're gonna kill it. But yeah, other than that, nothing much but just doing a bunch of battling. After the craziness that was just a bunch of side quests and no battling, I feel like we need to make it up by just doing a lot of battles, because, well, that's what you do in RPG. Every RPG's gotta have its battles, right? Okay. Also, because this is much later, enemies are starting to drop more class points than usual. I just realized almost all of these monsters are giving quite a bit more class points. The start area had like hardly any class points at all, but now in this fire area, there's plenty of enemies with plenty of class points to be offered. These are like seals, basically. I think they completely different than the actual animal, likely just to avoid references. But anyway, there's a few of them here that we want to take out to get some materials. And then after that, there are still some lucky monsters to kill on the other side. Oh, and yes, by the way, we can do the lucky monster grind trick if you want. In case you don't know, you can actually force any monster to spawn as lucky just by reloading the area on purpose. And you can just do this until that stuff. But yeah, I'm not kidding when I say a lot of monsters are dropping way more class points than usual. Probably because we're so late into the game now that it makes sense. I honestly don't see any way we're gonna get up there except from either some kind of teleporter or maybe there's actually a second big mechanic, like a flying mechanic. So maybe this is just the first alternative travel and maybe there's some kind of flying. Not trying to spoil anybody's perspective. This is still a blind playthrough, so I can't say so myself, but I honestly can't see how else you're supposed to get out there. Either that or from some teleporter. I have no idea. Okay, that. That is the benefit of having multiple people that can daze and smash. That means your combos are finishing consistently. There we go. I like this quick chain method, it really works well. It's the best one we can find here. Not nearly as much percent, so I think we'll do the full clear here. Actually, wait, we don't have enough armor. Let's just do... There we go, lower his defense and just do this. Should be enough. This should get us to 300%. Any bonus after that is just nice extra effects we can get. Actually doing a full chain on each monster takes a really long time for what it ends up actually giving you. That's the main reason why I'm only doing 3 times now. And we got a level up off of that. Nice. I will say, whenever chains got reintroduced, like whenever you lock chains, you're able to level up really fast. So note to self, if you're ever struggling with levels or try to play this game without bonus experience, just chain attack a high level monster or somewhere closer to that, or chain attack unique and you'll just get a lot of experience that way. If it is unique, I will of course do the full chain. The only reason I save it for them is just because they have more experience to award overall, and I'd rather not waste a monster that might not give much to begin with. I think just taking the 3 times is faster in the overall run. If you end up defeating more monsters with a chain attack, it doesn't matter what you do. I think because we moved too close. Oh, hello. Might get some items. Nice, we got a red veined pearl. I've never seen that before. Anyways, well, that was a lot of time to explore that, but now we're gonna maybe do the main storyline objective here. Nice landmark discovery. Oh, it's going towards a completely different monster. I accepted. Sometimes that trigger can be really awkward to figure out. Keep in mind, there's 3 types of rarity of items, so sometimes you might not get the rarity. So, like, not only do you need the right drop for the item you need, but you also need the correct rarity, otherwise it just won't even work. It's really big. But it's just a normal monster. Let's do this. We've already fought, like, so many quest tips anyway, so probably better to just get these guys out. And like I said, Nopon coins are very valuable. Especially now we found out that silver Nopon coins boost class points. The only reason we didn't do them before is because we were maxed on them. Although, if we had figured that out sooner, we would have just maxed out our rank on multiple classes. I don't know. I like the way I've been doing it so far, though. I kind of at least fight with the class a little bit, because it honestly doesn't make sense to just fight with a class for not at all, for one at all. Just like completely skip it altogether. Just skip it straight to level 10. And instead, just actually fight it. That's why I fight using that character on that class until at least a certain level. Anyway, you can see why Agnian arts are often better than PvP. Well, partially due to the fact that you can just combo them into each other very easily. And there's even benefits to doing that. By the way, as you can see, I kind of changed the way I'm chaining attack enemies. I'm now adding chains on elites as well, just because so far they've been giving me really good class points, although it helps that they're much later on in the game now. Smash. Okay, we're not gonna get a chain on this time. This line is way too weak for that. Still give a decent class points. Suddenly, I think it's much more worth it to fight elites now than it was before. Since this thing is already around near us, may as well fight it while we're here. Big enemy, so we can just get its attention with a quick attack and one to be coming. Oh, and we're almost done with Fintasy. Sorry, I didn't actually say that. You understand what I say in a minute. Yo. Smash. Normally enough, Smash doesn't always drop items on enemies. Kind of interesting that they move the drops to when you use burst, and you don't get really high levels of burst until later. And yes, if you're wondering why I'm using Uni a lot, that's because, well, this is a new class we haven't really used much in battle. There's some items. Wow. I was about to actually chain that, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Now, the crafted Wart Crystal might not actually do much on their own, but they allow you to... The reason why they're so good is, like, having a 250% damage boost is easily going to outclass basically any other item in the game, meaning it's going to be basically hard required almost to do lots of damage on any story fights that have tons of enemies, because you just focus on the weaker enemies first, and as you kill them, your damage will only skyrocket. And it actually gets to a point where you just do an absurd amount of damage. It's important enough that I think on the next set of classes I already got a lot of your materials. I think I just could skip on battling them for a bit. You're very knowledgeable of the place. Yeah, exactly. Seems to know what she is doing. Anyway, what I meant by that is, yes, we're not actually going to be exploring this area. Yeah, I lied. We actually going to have enough time to explore the area because I am ending this episode right here. Still, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy, cut, rate, subscribe. We got a lot of nice rank ups on our class since then, so we definitely did a lot of work there, and we're almost level 60 with everyone. So then now, if you guys enjoy, cut, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.